for the year? How is he emotionally, mentally? Did he get through physically? Is everything okay? And then it'll just be a matter of understanding the business of where you are now and the realities that exist with that, and that would be our conversation. It would be based around that, understanding losing is a part of it when you're a high draft pick, and building is a part of it as well. And your legacy will be either tied to mediocrity or to be tied to you built something, you are a part of building something where you're remembered for being, great for what you did. And so we'll have those conversations, but it'll be our season's conclusion. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Hopefully
he can
okay.
wake up, maybe he's no sleep.
What do you mean? I didn't say that.
I just figured I was going to do maybe a mattress firm read or something like that. If you want to get comfortable like Abdul Carter does, like, hop on
you to finish. Waiting for you to finish. But Mattress Firm match you with a Tempur-Pedic shop. Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale. Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Restrictions apply. Next day delivery available on select mattresses and subject to location. Hey, it's Brady Quinn. Look, falling asleep is the easy part. It's staying asleep. That's the challenge, especially when my kids sneak into bed. Mattress Firm knows real rest comes from uninterrupted quality sleep. Their sleep experts can match you with the right Tempur-Pedic mattress featuring Tempur material that absorbs motion so you sleep soundly. Upgrade today and get next day delivery. Shop Mattress Firm's Black Friday sale and save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. Restrictions apply. Next day delivery on select mattresses. See store for more details.
This is a real good story about Bronx and his dad, Ryan, real United Airlines customers.
We were returning home, and one of the flight attendants asked Bronx if he wanted to see the flight deck and meet Captain Andrew.
I got to sit in the driver's seat.
I grew up in an aviation family, and seeing Bronx kind of reminded me of myself when I was that age.
That's Andrew, a real United pilot.
These small interactions can shape a kid's future.
It felt like I was the captain.
Allowing my son to see the flight deck will stick with us forever.
That's how good leads the way.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
A crash on what's usually the lighter side of traffic, I-35 southbound at Slaughter Lane. A crash that was blocking off a couple left lanes recently moved over to blocking off the left shoulder. You are a little slow on 183 northbound this morning from 130 over to Highway 71, but no delays on 130 northbound going from 290 to Highway 45. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Airtasker.
The busiest time of the year? It's here. Between parties, shopping, and decorating, who has time? With Airtasker, you can get anything done. Cleaning, wrapping, even someone to build a gingerbread house that doesn't collapse. Download the Airtasker app or go to airtasker.com. Airtasker, get anything done.
Get ready. World Cup ski racing is back on U.S. snow. The Stifel Copper Cup, presented by United Airlines, hits Copper Mountain, Colorado, November 27th through 30th. Watch the best ski racers in the world, including your favorite Stifel U.S. ski team athletes like Michaela Schifrin, battle it out for glory and a spot on the 2026 Olympic team. Catch all the action from this Olympic qualifier on NBC and CNBC, November 29th and 30th. The only thing between you and your best self is the start button. This Black Friday, explore the world with Nordic Trek. From the peaks of Peru to the streets of Paris, every workout moves you somewhere new with iFit trainers leading the way. The equipment's amazing, smooth, quiet, and those screens make it all feel real. Ready to start your next workout adventure with the #1 treadmill brand in the U.S.? Shop NordicTrack.com for Black Friday savings. Nordic Trek. Train anywhere, explore everywhere.
At Leif Johnson Ford in Austin, Manor, and Buda.
You'll love it at Leif.
That's right. You'll love it. At any Leif Johnson location, what you see is what you pay with no hidden add-ons. We're here to help you through the entire process in person at one of our 3 locations, or we'll bring it to you and do the entire transaction online.
You'll love it at Leif.
Visit one of our 3 locations in Austin, Buda, or Manor, or online at leifjohnsonford.com.
You'll love it at Leif.
At In-N-Out, our hamburgers are made with the highest quality ingredients. Made fresh and by hand. Made with a smile to put a smile on your face. Made for special occasions or no occasion at all. Made with gratitude for every customer we get to serve. Most of all, Every hamburger, cheeseburger, and double-double is made to order just for you.
That's what hamburgers all about.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
But Elmo can't do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Don't miss Target's swag bag giveaway. Be one of the first 100 shoppers in line at any Target store on Black Friday and snag a free shimmer tote bag with holiday goodies inside. Plus, 10 lucky shoppers who snag a bag will score a free bonus gift, like a Ninja slushie, Beats Solo 4 headphones, a Life and hairdryer, or a $100 Target gift card. Don't miss Target's Black Friday swag bag giveaway. Only on Black Friday, only at Target. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Must be 13 or older. For full details, including odds, see official rules at target.com/events.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Isn't it nice to know at least one of your streaming apps is completely free?
Yeah, you get the iHeartRadio app without the pesky monthly fee.
Live radio, playlists for everything, and the most podcasts on the planet.
Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studio, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Guaranteed human. Your home for the horns.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer, Mark Henry, on your home for the horns, 1300 The Zone.
Good morning, Austin, K-Town, Pflugerville, H-Town, Pearland, Mo City, El Paso,
San Antonio, and Silsbee, Texas,
or wherever you may be listening. This is a Turn the Page Tuesday edition of the Morning Kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300. The Zone. Coach Sark met with the media. College football is rivalry week with big implications. Joe Cook of Inside Texas joins us at 7:34. Texas men's basketball is on the island, and it came up short. Billy Lucci of Texas joins us at 8 a.m. to break down the Aggies. Texans voice Mark Vandermeer joins us at 8:17, and this also is hate week for him. And Monday Night Football continues to push the envelope. Let's just say that. I am your host, Mike Hardball Hardge. My co-host is a WWE Hall of Famer and recognized as the world's strongest man. He is the Mark Henry.
Good morning, Austin.
And of course, we've got our guy Marcus behind the boards. And if you want to be a part of the show, all you got to do is text the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. That's the word Texas, followed by your message to 81530. Standard data and message rates may apply. Also, I'm going to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets to Coda, but you got to use that talkback feature on that new and improved and always free iHeartRadio app. You leave a message, like we got a bunch of them yesterday, people trying to get those tickets. Make sure you leave the message with the key word of the day, and I'll give that to you a little bit later. As we talked about, this is a big week for Texas football, and Coach Sark met with the media. A couple players did as well, and they're not holding any punches about what the expectations are for this team, and we've seen some growth in a lot of positions, but Coach Sark started it off with this.
It's obviously great to be back at DKR this week, Thanksgiving week, and we'll get into that ball game in a minute. Just a couple things to recap last week's ball game to kind of highlight. I really thought that situationally we did some nice things in the game from a complementary football standpoint. You think about defensively, we've been harping on red zone defense, and those first two drives getting stops after a couple explosive plays I thought was big, and that created a 14-6 lead for us. I thought collectively as a team, we got a stop at the end of the second quarter. We got a good rush on the punt. We forced a kind of a shanked punt. The offense got the ball. We were able to get 3 points at the end of the first half, knowing we were going to get the ball to start the second half. We're able to lap them there, and really those 10 points were really pretty critical in the game when you think about momentum. I love the way we started offensively in the first half. I love the way we came out and started again there in the third quarter. So a lot of things we've been trying to harp on and work on as a team, I thought really showed up. And then naturally the turnovers. And I think we're plus 10 on the year now. And our ability to create 2 more turnovers, to get 14 points off of those things. And again, not having a ball game where you don't have any is always a great sign for us. And so we're continuing to do a good job of protecting it. We're going to need to do that again this week. As far as our fans go, what an awesome turnout. And we haven't had many ops. And so Longhorn Nation was fantastic. Over 102,000 Saturday at 2:30. And you could feel the energy in the stadium. It was loud. It was exciting. And I know we're looking forward to them again here Friday night for Senior Day, as well as obviously hosting Texas A&M. And this should be a great ball game. When you think about this, is 120th meeting between Texas and Texas A&M and the Cotton Holdings Lone Star Showdown, and it's awesome. It was great to play them last year and renewing the rivalry and going to Kyle Field, and now to have A&M back here in DKR for the first time since 2010. 15 years ago was the last time they were here. I think is great for the rivalry. I know our fans are excited about it. I'm sure their fans are excited about it, but I know our players are too. It's a heck of a challenge. It's a really good football team. And they're really good in all 3 phases. Defensively, the numbers are pretty startling. When you look at the third down defense, the sacks, the tackles for loss, you look at the explosive play ability that they have on offense with Marcel Reed, the variety of runners, and then obviously the receiving core with Concepcion and Craver leading the way. But then they got a lot of really good, receivers that are making plays. The tight ends are making plays. And then on special teams, they got electric return game with Bussy and Concepcion and kickoff and punt return. So ton of credit to A&M and the job they've done to be undefeated up to this point. I think Coach Elko's done a fantastic job. Got a ton of respect for him and the way he's built that program. But that creates opportunity for us, and wouldn't want it any other way than to have this ball game at home. Like I said, Friday night after Thanksgiving, I can remember being a kid in California watching this game. It was the only game on Thanksgiving, and to be part of it is pretty special. And it was special a year ago. It's special again this year. I don't take games like this lightly. So. Like I said, we got some work to do. Obviously, a little bit more of a challenging week with it being a short week. So we've got to be really efficient with our preparation and our time, not only in the meeting room, but on the practice field to make sure that we're mentally and physically ready to play, to put our best foot forward against a tough.
And one of the things about this
tough
Texas
opponent.
Yeah. No doubt it's a tough opponent. The way that they've been playing all season long, the way that they're what they have on the line, being a perfect season for Texas A&M never happened. Coach Sark said it'd be tough for a team to go undefeated with SEC play, the way that things were shaped up, and here they are on the cusp of that. And like I said yesterday, both of these teams are playing for a lot of not just positioning, but if Texas can win this game, that'll be three top 10 victories, and the committee will have to make a tough decision on Texas.
Very tough decision.
If Texas A&M wins the game, then there's no decision to be made. But if Texas A&M were to win, it'll put a lot to their case as well of where they think they should be ranked going into this deal.
You think that if they beat Texas, that they should go to number 1 over Ohio State?
I'm not saying they should go to number 1, but when you look at the body of work of what they've done and the teams that they have beaten, there's a case for it. Not only that, you can look at Marcel Reed, depending on how he plays, as a true Heisman Trophy candidate. I mean, there's a lot on this game for both teams.
Right. Texas wins, Texas goes in the top 12. Like they have to. Like it's not only the 3 top 10 wins, but the fact that they were able to back-to-back beat two tough SEC teams that people hold that high regard.
Yeah, it's going to be something to behold because of both of these teams. But one thing Texas has to continue to do is play well and be key on third down, and that's what Texas has done the last couple of weeks. They've been moving the ball both offensively but also stopping people and making them get off the field on third down.
They've been giving up a few busted plays, though.
Yeah.
Like,
as far as third down, hey, there's a couple real factors that are problems. One, they got a great scheme, and Coach Elko notorious for his third down packages. We've gone against each other a few times now over the years, and every year it's always the same scouting report of they're really good on third down. But to go along with that, they got really good players. They've got some elite pass rushers. They've got very instinctive football smart players. So their pressure packages are good, but then they've got people and players that can win one-on-one matchups. And so the key to the drill, one, we need to be sound in our schemes, but then two, we're going to have to win one-on-one battles. And that's, when you get into games like this, that's what they require.
And what were you saying about them being able to stop some people?
Yeah, Texas, if they can limit the big explosive plays like they did against Arkansas early in the game, they broke away a big run. They break away a long pass. And granted, the defense was able to hold, but it's better to have them 3rd and 4, 3rd and 8, than to let these big, giant, long, explosive plays happen.
No doubt. And Texas is, they're trying to minimize them. You had that big play against Arkansas. They end up shutting them down. So they understand what the task is this week. But one of the things that Coach Sark talked about as well is Arch's development when you can see what a true dual threat guy is.
I think it just varies. I'd hate to throw a blanket over guys. I just think that, it's whenever the game starts to slow down a little bit for you, whenever you get a little bit more comfortable getting to your second, third, fourth reads in your progression, when you start to really see coverages and understand, wait a minute, I might have an opportunity to run here predicated. And so your legs become kind of that second or third option because of the coverage. And then you tie that together with the down and distance or where you're at on the field. I just think the game slows down. And so when that happens for anybody, I just think that varies by the player. But I think it has for him. And he's, I think he's done a really good job of even his decision-making. He had a couple scrambles the other day where I think Arch early in the year puts his head down and starts barreling forward and maybe gets 2 or 3 more yards. And I thought he made some really good decisions on first down plays where he ran out of bounds and it was a 1-yard gain, but he didn't take that hit. Right. And so I just think it's growing up, it's maturing and playing the position.
And that's exactly what he's shown all year long, maturity and growth. And now he gets a chance to do it again against the Texas A&M Fighting Aggies. We got a big, big day for you today. Joe Cook of Inside Texas joins us at 7:34. Billy Luch of Tex Ags talks about the Aggies, and Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans. It's a big week around here, and we'll continue those conversations right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
In their inaugural season in the SEC, the Texas Longhorns made history.
For the first time in 22 years, the Texas women are headed for the Final Four.
Now, they're back to finish what they started.
If Nationwide can be a great insurance and financial services company, what's stopping you from being so much more than one thing? And that question is what inspired me to create the Motivating Method. All right, y'all ready? Let's hear it now. Motivate others through insurance and financial services. I get emotional saying it. Via acronyms that include Nationwide. Mic drop. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
I thought it should have been a minimum of 2 games. Minimum 2 games. And it's partially because of what happened with Jalen Carter. You already saw what happened to the season opener. You gave the punishment, and Jamar Chase did what he did, number one. Number two, he flat out lied on camera. Camera's rolling. I never opened my mouth. I never did anything with a straight face. So now what he has to realize is that anything you say is going to be questionable from now on. Sure. Because, you know, the cameras caught you. And you were telling a bold-faced lie to the media with the cameras rolling. I never opened my mouth. And clearly you spit right on him. It was clear and it was clearly intentional. And we all know that's one of the most egregious things you can do to another human being. There's no doubt about that. But the fact that he did it was bad enough. The fact that he did it where there was precedent set where you knew, okay, there was a punishment that come down because you can't be doing stuff like that. That's number two. Number three, you lied through your face. You lied through your face. Now you get paid about $507,000 a game. You should double that up. It should be a cool $1 million plus.
Yeah, he's making $41 million a year, dog.
Exactly. That ain't much. That ain't much. But you know, but they'll tell you it's $1 million, $1 million. Fine. It should have been at least $1 million. He should be suspended for 2 games. And to me, I think the NFL dropped the ball. I thought it should have been a minimum of
Guarantee. Go to human.com/mark and check it out. That's human.com/mark. Spell human with 2 N's and enter the promo code MARK and check out and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Not today, cough and chest congestion. Most medicines let mucus build back up after 4 hours. With just one pill, Mucinex 12-Hour works continuously to break up mucus and move it up and out. Mucinex 12-Hour. Rid the congestion. Kill the cough. Use as directed. Kill the cough with Mucinex 12-Hour DM.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news. Specs has the perfect play. Ice cold beer in the backfield. Bold bourbon out wide. And savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
People are buzzing about Zootopia 2, and the early reactions are in.
Hops and Wild?
Wild and Hops, a dream team. Zootopia 2 is being called an absolute blast. It's a hilarious feel-good family adventure.
I'm Kaylee, the snake. And your last name? The Snake.
And a wildly smart and outstanding sequel that's well worth the wait.
We're gonna be the greatest partners of all time!
Togetherness. Never mind. Forget I said it. Disney Zootopia 2. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Be the first to see it tonight. Tickets available now.
The only thing between you and your best self is the start button. This Black Friday, explore the world with Nordic Track. From the peaks of Peru to the streets of Paris, every workout moves you somewhere new with iFit trainers leading the way. The equipment's amazing, smooth, quiet, and those screens make it all feel real. Ready to start your next workout adventure with the #1 treadmill brand in the U.S.? Shop NordicTrack.com for Black Friday savings. Nordic Track. Train anywhere, explore everywhere.
Coach Sark here. 1300 The Zone is your flagship home for the Texas Longhorns.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio, AM 1300. So coming up in the next segment, we'll talk to our guy Joe Cook of Inside Texas and on3.com. Make sure that you check that out because he'll give his thoughts on what he heard yesterday and, of course, previewing the Texas A&M game. Of Texags at 8 o'clock. And of course, we will have the voice of the Houston Texans, Mark Vandermeer, 1 hour from now. But today is your opportunity to get over to the Dell Diamond. That's right. If you can get to the Dell Diamond today, you can have a public viewing from 8 to 6 p.m. of the world-renowned Budweiser Clydesdales as they're making their way into town this week. They'll be here all week long. They will be at the Dell Diamond today from 8 to 6. Tomorrow, they will be at the HEB Center at Cedar Park. Full hit show. You get to see everything from 4 to 7. Then on Thursday, they're back at the Dell Diamond from 8 to 6. And Friday, they are at DKR Texas Memorial Stadium, full hit show and parade starting at 1 o'clock right before the UT and Texas A&M game. And if you don't get a chance to see them by then, by Saturday, you can go to the HEB in Leander off of Ronald Reagan Boulevard from 2 to 4. The Clydesdales are in town, Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch, and of course, Brown Distributing Company with it all. And if you've never seen the Clydesdales, you are definitely missing out. Those are some beautiful, beautiful animals for sure. All right, I want to get into the rivalries of this week, Mark, because this is the time that everybody from whatever state you're in, whatever your state is, you are at that point where you are ready to fight, ready to get after it, because you do not like anybody with everything on the line. It's your Spit Cup week, your Earl Campbell Spit Cup. This is Texas A&M coming to Austin. You don't want them here.
Man,
Hate. And it starts on Friday. That's right. All the games you're looking for will start on Friday as far as Hate Week. Now, obviously, we got some games tonight. You got Western Michigan versus Eastern Michigan.
Man, they don't know hate.
They hate each other. We don't know it because we don't live in Michigan. We don't know nothing about that. So that might be what is going on. But you got number 6, Ole Miss, going up against Mississippi State. Ole Miss is a 6.5-point favorite. Ole Miss, they're dealing with the turmoil of their coach. Some people are reporting he's already took the job at LSU, and they're going to announce it after the Egg Bowl. They're going to find out all this stuff. Gone. That game has a lot of bearing on it because Ole Miss is number 6 ranked. We'll find out more tonight when the college football ranking show comes out and let you know where everybody is. But that is a big-time matchup. You also got Georgia, the number 4 team, taking on Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech upset, not happy about what's going on. They took that L, and Georgia is playing for a chance to be in the SEC championship game. Plus, they're ranking in the college football playoffs. So you have that. Obviously, you got the Texas and Texas A&M matchup. That will be at 6:30. Texas A&M, a 2.5-point favorite. Texas coming off their big win against Arkansas, and Texas A&M blowing out Samford. Not Fred G. Samford, Samford. So they are out of there. Then you have on Saturday, you've got Ohio State, Michigan, 11 a.m. kickoff. Ohio State, number 1 team in the land. Michigan trying to punch through it. Michigan has owned Ohio State over the last 4 years. So this is something that Ryan Day needs this game. He needs it. They're the number 1 team in the land. They're going to be there, but they need this game. And Ohio State is a 9.5-point favorite. You've got Kentucky and Louisville, the battle of the Bluegrass State. These are 2 teams that I guess
they hate each other.
But that would be underachieving a little bit for both of these teams, I would say. Kentucky didn't have the year that they wanted. Louisville was in the hunt, but now they're not. They're not even ranked at this point. So, yes, they do hate each other. Clemson, South Carolina, you have that matchup. Dabo Swinney and Ken Beamer get a victory because he has been struggling, especially after that debacle against Texas A&M. You have Colorado and K-State. Don't see that one as much of a rivalry. Colorado's just trying to find a way to get a win. You got Iowa State and Oklahoma State. I don't consider that one either. You got UCF and BYU. Nope, don't consider that one either. But there are other games. Boston College at Syracuse. Syracuse, I don't know what they need to do. Let me tell you this.
Did they just give up, or they ain't got injuries? Like, what happened?
They got beat down. That's all you can say about that. As the
they
coach
definitely
said,
got a
he was
beat down.
We got to take it to the woodshed. There's nothing we can say about it. They were hitting on all cylinders, is what he said. So he has to deal with that. I did see this. Tickets at this game, Boston College at Syracuse, $3. You could get into the game.
You did not just say $3.
I went to a basketball game yesterday, and the student entry was $4. So
wow.
So you got to figure that out. My daughter got in the game yesterday for $4. You could go to a college game for $3 to end the season, because you know why? They're playing Boston College. Boston College with Bill O'Brien. This is, what did you call those games? What do you call them?
What's up, Trevor?
The ones that don't even, the abysmal records or whatever they are. Yeah, that's what they are dealing with there. You also got Oklahoma hosting LSU. I believe you're going to be at that ball game, correct?
Yeah, I'll be at the game.
Yeah, LSU comes to Norman to take on the number 8 ranked team, the Oklahoma Sooners. You can get into that game for $29. So still a bargain to get into Norman. Vanderbilt, number 14. Tennessee, number 20. The Battle of Tennessee. Nashville versus Knoxville. We'll see how that ends. Missouri at Arkansas. Can Arkansas win the final game of the season? If you want to see that game, all you need is $8 to get into that one.
Well, they lost their quarterback, but that young quarterback that came in to fill him was pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good. I saw a lot of future in him.
Virginia Tech with their new coach. He's not going to be coaching, but they did get their new coach. James Franklin is their new coach. They will be taking on Virginia. That game is in Charlottesville, so that will be a big-time battle as you start to look there. You have number 10, Alabama at Auburn. Big matchup for the Alabama Crimson Tide as they have to get this victory. UCLA travels to USC. About a 10-minute drive, travels to USC, number 15th ranked USC, number 24 ranked Tulane has to go to Charlotte. And the other big-time matchup, the Battle of Illinois, Northwestern at number 21, the Illinois Fighting Illini. Big-time matchups all weekend. And then one game that just – I don't understand how these two schools continue to play each other every year. Notre Dame and Stanford. I don't understand.
For what?
I don't understand their matchup. I don't get it.
Were they both independents at one time, and that's kind of the tie? What's the tie?
I think they were. I have academics, maybe. Wow. Maybe that's what it is. I'm curious to what their history is that they have to play each other every year. I just don't get it. Notre Dame is going out there. They're a 32.5-point favorite.
Out of all of those games that you just mentioned as rivalry games, there's only one of importance.
Yeah.
And that's Texas and Texas A&M.
100%. If you're in the state of
and
Texas.
Auburn, Alabama.
If you're in the state of Texas. Auburn and Alabama
that's
is
just that's just a fight.
Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Those are, depending on where you live. But universally, it's all about Texas and Texas A&M. Coming up next, we'll talk to our guy from Inside Texas. Our guy Joe Cook of Inside Texas and On 3 joins us at 7:34. Coming up next on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
A few issues along I-35 this morning. The exit ramp is blocked off by a stalled vehicle on I-35 northbound trying to exit off to Highway 29. The opposite direction, I-35 southbound, a crash blocks off the left shoulder at Slaughter. And there's a new accident on Palmer Lane near I-35, and first responders are on the scene. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's early Black Friday deals are going fast. Get up to 50% off select major appliances, plus up to an extra 25% off when you bundle select major appliances. Valid through 12/3. Selection varies by location. Select locations only while supplies last. See Lowe's.com for more details.
Hardge here, and November's rolling in with gratitude, Texas pride, and Black Friday big savings all month long at Covert Chevy in Hutto. Right now, get $12,090 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Chevy Silverado 1500 Custom. Yep, no waiting till the end of the month. The deals are already here. Powerful trucks, hometown hospitality, and savings worth being thankful for. That's Covert Chevy Hutto right off of 79. CovertChevyHutto.com. Together, let's drive.
The holidays can get expensive, but streaming your favorite festive films and music doesn't need to be. The Vizio Smart TV experience makes it easy with WatchFree Plus and the iHeartRadio app built into every TV, giving you access to free holiday classics, new favorites, and playlists all season long. Add movies to your watch list and jump in anytime. Perfect for family movie nights and cozy evenings in. You can even take WatchFree Plus on the go with the Vizio mobile app. Head to Vizio.com/iHeartRadio to learn more and take advantage of the Vizio Smart TV experience today.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
For the 6th consecutive year, NASCAR returns to the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, February 27th through March the 1st. If you haven't made it out to COTA for this experience yet, you have to do it now. It's a 2.3-mile, 17-turn permanent road course on the Cup Series schedule, and there has been a different winner every year. The best deal for the NASCAR Cup Series race is on March the 1st, and it has 2 grandstand tickets for only $99, and college students can get tickets for as low as $25. Keep listening to The Zone for a chance to win tickets.
The world needs Sesame Street. And right now, Sesame needs you. Donate today at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
No more waiting. Your goals start now. This Black Friday, take your workouts around the world with Nordic Track and iFit. Save big on treadmills, bikes, and rowers at NordicTrack.com. Nordic Track. Train anywhere. Explore everywhere.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues? Who are you? Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage, no medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/beat. That's ethos.com/beat.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Cowboys left tackle Tyler Guyton unlikely to play against the Chiefs on Thanksgiving due to a high ankle sprain. Monday Night Football, the Niners overcame Brock Purdy's 3 first-half interceptions, beat the Panthers 20-9 at Levi's Stadium. Texas getting set for Friday's Lone Star Showdown against Texas A&M in Austin. Longhorns have won 4 of their last 5 over the Aggies. I'm Bronza Moss.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
Despite wintry conditions and heavy traffic, the holidays have to go on. That's why Mercedes-Benz SUVs come equipped with the latest safety technology to keep your festive plans on track. Discover the incredible offers for yourself at the Mercedes-Benz Holiday Love Celebration.
Longhorns basketball plays here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to the morning kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. It is Tuesday, so we always go to our guy, Joe Cook, of Inside Texas. You can follow him at Joseph Cook 89. Joe, Texas comes off that big victory. The defense played okay. Wasn't their best effort, but enough to get the victory. And they did it without Anthony Hill Jr. What was your takeaways from the Texas versus Arkansas matchup?
Yeah, Arkansas was a team we knew had good offense heading into this game. We knew that they were going to put up some yards. The question was whether they would put up points, and they did. But Texas, and oddly enough, Bobby Petrino elected to go for some 3-pointers instead of some 6-pointers. So that put them a little bit in an odd spot. And then the times that Texas made stops, they were critical. It was the punt block attempt that rushed the Arkansas punter, gets that bad punt, gets you 3 points before the half. You come out on the other side, you score a touchdown. That's 10 points right there. You go and you get an interception with Jelani McDonald. You go and score a touchdown there. You go and you have Leongo Lafau recover a fumble forced by Colin Simmons. So Texas, the ball was moved on them, but the ball when it was stopped, Texas turned that into points, and that was critical. And it also got to a point, I thought, where you look at it and it's 52-23 in the fourth quarter. And Steve Sarkisian even said, like, yeah, you know what, we cycled some guys out for the short week, and that's why Bo Barnes was playing. That's why he saw a few more other backups. And yeah, Arkansas got some yards, got some points, but the threat to lose that game wasn't ever there. So good job by Texas defense and being opportunistic. They need to be more steady, but if they're going to be opportunistic and Texas offense rewards them, you'll live with that too.
Colin Simmons showed up in a big way, and hopefully we'll be able to see him shine in this game with the lights on him the most. Doesn't it pay for a guy that is on the fringe of being a guy that can be drafted in the top 10 in the NFL to show up on games like this?
Yeah, this is especially against big-time players. A&M has a really good offensive line. I know Trey Zune's been someone they've moved in and out between center and left tackle based on a few different things, but this is a good team. This is a good blocking team, and it's not only the scheme, but it's the players. So if Colin Simmons shows up and starts making some plays and doesn't net some flags, that's going to be huge for him, especially as he goes into what's probably going to be his last year in college next year. And as even more teams start to pay attention to him, you'd think that he would be a, priority number one when you're starting your opposing game plan, if you're an offensive coordinator, and he probably is. And yet here we are still talking about a double-digit sack guy, and someone who just, wreaks havoc every time he's on the field.
We're talking to Joe Cook of Inside Texas. Make sure you follow him at Joseph Cook 89. And Joe, going back to the offensive side of the ball, Texas ran the ball decent. Didn't get, we didn't never see those big wow plays, but they were effective. They gave Arch time as well. That offensive line has proven to get better and better as the weeks have gone on with this new adjustment, outlying the Georgia game.
Yeah, it's been a pretty good pass blocking line. And, if Texas is just going to lean into the pass game like it has in various forms, whether it's a deep passing game like we saw, or whether it's a few different things with screens and intermediate routes, then they have to be good at pass blocking. And that's been the case for the most part. The jury's still out on the run game. We saw it against Oklahoma, and that's it. And that was a spirited effort. You don't see teams run it on Oklahoma all that much this year, but that still, again, like you mentioned, proves to be an outlier. So this could be a defense where you kind of go with another pass happy game plan again, just because the run defense the A&M run defense has been kind of up and down, but it's been better of late. And Texas' best offense so far has been with whatever Arch Manning does with his arm. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see Texas really try to test a lot of these A&M defensive backs and, try to get the ball out, hopefully before any of those Aggie pass rushers, Cassius Howell, makes it to the quarterback.
Joe, I'm going to go back to the defense again. a play that Colin Simmons was responsible for, but the guy that ended up benefiting was Leona LaFau. He decided to take a little gift package to Bevo. What did you think about that?
No, I thought that was funny, and if you've ever talked to or heard from Leonga, he may be from Hawaii, but man, he's from a country part of Hawaii.
Yep,
So I'm
yep.
kind of curious if that's not maybe the first football he's tossed at a cow or a steer before. And I think Bevo took it in stride. He's been prodded before, so I'm sure that's not the worst thing. But it's probably a little startling. Like, whoa, I didn't expect for this football to be here. But he's had an up and down past few games. He was really reliable last year, and I think opponents started to figure that if they were going to find a weak spot in the defense, it'd be him. And he's been picked on at times, but for him to be in the right place to make that play, and then also to go make that, have the opportunity to toss it up to Bevo, I thought was pretty cool, as he's going to take on a big role whether Anthony Hill plays or not this Saturday.
Joe, we've talked a lot this season about Arch Manning and what he has become. He did something that no other Texas quarterback has done in the history of this university: catch, throw, and receive a touchdown. You just start to see that this young man is having more fun, and he seems to understand what this is all about. It's been cool watching him grow, right?
Yeah, absolutely. To where, this is a weird year at the quarterback position. And I remember, I think I talked about this with you guys, or maybe even on Inside Texas, just when you think of all the different quarterbacks that started at the beginning of this year and who the big time guys were. It was Arch, it was Cade Klubnik, it was Lenora Sellers, DJ Lagway, Garrett Nussmeier. There's still hype around Pavia, but of all those guys, Arch is really the one that's remained. Pavia has, obviously. Sayin surged. Marcel Reed has done great things. But of all the players who were pretty hyped up this year as part of a strong quarterback crop, Manning's been the best, and he was the one under the most scrutiny, and he may have gotten the most hype. It's a very he's in an odd situation being who he is, and yet he's delivered each time. And I always go back to when, at the beginning of the year after that UTEP game, he was so, I don't want to say down on himself, but he kept repeating himself. He's like, I have to get better. I have to get better because, he's a Manning. His family business is throwing the football, and he wasn't doing it all that well. And he did get better. And he's gotten to the point where he's the one winning games for Texas, not only with his arm now, but with his legs and even with his hands. So the maturation he's had this year has been phenomenal to see. And Texas needs more of it to beat a top 3 team like Texas A&M.
Yeah, this is going to be one of the most watched football games of the week, just because of the rivalry being what it is. Texas A&M coming in undefeated and the number 3 ranked team in the land, and all, not just the bragging rights, the potential of what could happen if Texas wins and Texas A&M loses. It's going to be straight chaos. I cannot wait for it. And as always, brother, we appreciate you taking the time. Hope you and your family enjoy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, man.
And get ready for that big time matchup this Friday night. Appreciate you, Joe.
Absolutely, guys. Happy Thanksgiving to you all.
Happy Thanksgiving.
There he is, our guy, Joe Cook of Inside Texas. Make sure you follow him at Joseph Cook 89. Coming up next, Texas men's basketball tipped off in Maui, but came up a little bit short. And we'll talk about it right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football. We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football, the Longhorn Radio Network from Learfield.
This Friday, the Longhorns close out the regular season against Texas A&M. Our coverage begins at 5:30.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hug up. A few issues along I-35 this morning. The exit ramp is blocked off by a stalled vehicle on I-35 northbound trying to exit off to Highway 29. The opposite direction, I-35 southbound, a crash blocks off the left shoulder at Slaughter. And there's a new accident on Palmer Lane near I-35, and first responders are on the scene. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Macy's Backstage. Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store, where you can find so many holiday essentials, all for under $25. With new arrivals every day, you never know what amazing deals you'll find. Don't wait. Find a location at Macy'sBackstage.com.
The horns are up and the sun is shining, and kickoff is right around the corner. You got your jersey, your lucky hat, and cold Bud Light in hand. From the first snap to the last whistle, it's all about good times and great taste. Keep the cooler stocked and the vibes high. Game day hits a little bit different with a Bud Light in hand. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, it's easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Every Olympic dream starts with a first glide. Through Learn to Skate USA, kids build confidence, strength, and joy on the ice. Learn to Skate USA offers programs for skaters of all ages and abilities. Find a program near you at learntosskateusa.com.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
Guilty, erroneous, sustained.
Are you just saying random words?
Don't settle for just any insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The only thing between you and your best self is a start button. This Black Friday, explore the world with Nordic Track. From the peaks of Peru to the streets of Paris, every workout moves you somewhere new with iFit trainers leading the way. The equipment's amazing, smooth, quiet, and those screens make it all feel real. Ready to start your next workout adventure with the #1 treadmill brand in the U.S.? Shop NordicTrack.com for Black Friday savings. Nordic Track. Train anywhere, explore everywhere. Get ready. World Cup ski racing is back on U.S. snow. The Stifel Copper Cup, presented by United Airlines, hits Copper Mountain, Colorado, November 27th through 30th. Watch the best ski racers in the world, including your favorite Stifel U.S. ski team athletes like Michaela Schifrin, battle it out for glory and a spot on the 2026 Olympic team. Catch all the action from this Olympic qualifier on NBC and CNBC, November 29th and 30th.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be 1,000,000 miles away. Imagine being 1,000,000 miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
When I wake up,
the best mornings
in the morning light,
start with Wrangler.
put on my jeans and I feel alright.
Jeans, jackets, and shirts that get your day started on the right foot.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Good mornings make for better days.
I pull my blue jeans on. I pull my old blue jeans on.
Wrangler. Long live Cowboys. Available at Cavender's.
Life in Austin moves fast. Work deadlines, weekend plans, and more errands than you can count. Feeling stretched thin? With Airtasker, getting help is easy. Post your tasks, set your price, and let local taskers handle the rest. Whether it's tackling a quick fix or finally checking off that big project you haven't had time for, Airtasker has you covered. Download Airtasker today or visit us at airtasker.com and spend less time juggling tasks and more time enjoying your life. Airtasker. Get anything done.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
From the Audio-Visual Consultation Studio, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KVET AM Austin. Guaranteed human. Your home for the Horns. Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, your home for the Horns.
Dalen Swain will inbound for Texas. 8.6 to go. Longhorns trail 87-86. Inbounded to Pope. Jordan up the floor. 6 seconds. 5. Pope bounce pass. Tremont Mark down the 3. Down the 2. He's got to shoot. He hit the net. The game's over. Arizona State wins at 87-86. The Longhorns took too long to get into the set. First Pope. And then Tremont Mark spun around and lost his balance. Tough way to lose it. Texas falls 87-86. What is tough about losing this game is a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Couldn't convert. Then a chance to make it a 2-possession game. Missed 2 free throws. Arizona State hits the free, and then the Longhorns have it get away. So, with the loss, the Longhorns fall to 4-2. And they will play in the consolation bracket starting tomorrow night at 9:30 Texas time. They'll take on the Silver Swords of Chaminade. We'll be on the air at 9 o'clock with the tip-off at 9:30. Final score here tonight from Maui. The Arizona State Sun Devils 87, the Texas Longhorns 86.
Tough loss for the Texas Longhorns, as you heard the voice, Craig Way, the voice of the Texas Longhorns, and Eddie Orn. Eddie Orn said, And the fact, too, that, Texas had plenty of opportunities to win that game, but you can't let Maurice Odom of Arizona State go for 36 points and big-time points in the matchup.
Was everybody out of fouls?
He was 16 of 18 from the free throw line. So possibly, because they shot 36 free throws and Texas shot 27 free throws. Mark, you talked about watching the beginning of this game and watching a little bit of how the ball was being moved. What was your takeaway?
Well, I mean, the beginning, they did a good job of screening and doing the dribble handoff game and making cuts. But usually the big guys have been able to, the ones that have fought for position, and they didn't do that well this game. When at the beginning of the first quarter and a half that I watched before the TV was watching me.
Yeah.
I woke up at one point and Texas had like an 8-point lead. And I'm like, oh man, this game is over.
Yep.
It was like 3 minutes left or 4 minutes. And a well-coached team like Coach Miller's is rarely going to give up a lead like that. But after watching the replay this morning of that last quarter, just like Craig said, Texas had 2 other opportunities to win the game. All they had to do was hit 2 free throws. And then even if they hit a 3, they still would be down by 2. Yep. They still be down by 1. And now that you have to play the foul game. They didn't get the opportunity to do that because they were able to go down and hit a big shot and take a lead and force Texas to have to go and score just 2. Just draw a foul, get to the basket, whatever you need to do, and they turn the ball over.
Yeah, you can't turn the ball over in that situation. And Craig said it best. You can't take too long getting into your set. I mean, Texas turned the ball over 19 times and only had 10 assists. So that's not winning formula for basketball. And they still should have won the game because of some of the things that happened. But here's Coach Sean Miller with his post game talking about Maurice Odom and how he went and got 36 on him.
Well, I'd like to credit Arizona State. I think around that 8-minute mark, might have even been less. We created an advantage, 8, 10 points, maybe 12 points, where a lot of times you get into the mid-second half and you're down 10. It's easy to lose confidence, lose fight, get out of maybe what they do well, and they did just the opposite. They kept fighting. They made plays. They made plays on defense. Some of our turnovers probably had as much to do with us as them, but I credit them for fighting and making the game back to 1 possession. And we also knew coming in the game that Mo Odom is a terrific point guard. And I think there are times in the game where we did a good job on them. But look, when a guy gets 36 on you and goes 6 for 12 from 3, 16 of 18 from the free throw line, and then hits the game winner, sometimes you got to tip your cap. And he was terrific, too much for us to overcome. And again, I thought the key to the game was that establishing the lead that we did. And I credit Arizona State for fighting in getting a great win.
All right, any questions?
As you heard from Craig Way, that game tonight will be against Chaminade. Chaminade loses to Washington State. Pregame will start at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock pregame, and tip-off will be at 9:30. I know it's a disappointing loss because now he said it. You have to look at it and go into the losers bracket and the consolation. Excuse me, it's not even.
I was about to say, come on,
it's straight consolation bracket, and now you have to go through that. So Texas has their work cut out for them. It's sometimes when you lose games like that, you would much rather be blown out than having to lose a game that close and try to come back from that, because there's no rest for the weary.
I don't know about that. I don't know about the blowing out part. I think that you would rather not make the critical mistakes that's what's going to hang on guys.
They were up by 10.
Yes.
They were up by 10.
And
so that's why I say getting beat like that, that you should have won that ball game. You were up by 10.
There were guys that didn't make shots because they didn't stick to the formula. And that's what coach is going to really beat on them about, is the fact that, look, we have a lead. Let's play our game. Let's not, go in Steph Curry crossover mode and take 2 jump shots that because you want to be the star to be the closer. There's still hero ball being played. There's a couple of guys. I ain't pointing nobody out. I'm not. But I'm just saying, you know who you are. Like, stick to the formula of your team and quit trying to be the star.
When we come back, we'll go to Texas A&M. We'll hang out in College Station and talk to our guy, Billy Lucci of TexAgs.com. He'll break down what the Aggies have done all season long. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Mark Henry here. If you want to start your day the sweet way, I have just the place for you. Shipley's Donuts in Dripping Springs. Since 1936, Shipley's has been a Texas tradition, and they've been putting out hot, fresh donuts and kolaches every morning. Swing by 13341 West Highway 290. Open at 5 a.m. daily. Classic glaze, savory kolaches, joy in every bite. You're on your way to school, work, practice, skip the line. Order ahead on the Shipley's app. Fresh, fast, delicious. That's Shipley's in Dripping Springs. Take it from me. They're the best.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
No more waiting. Your goals start now. This Black Friday, take your workouts around the world with Nordic Track and iFit. Save big on treadmills, bikes, and rowers at NordicTrack.com. Nordic Track. Train anywhere. Explore everywhere.
Thomas J. Henry is a proud radio broadcast sponsor of the University of Texas Sports. If you were seriously hurt in an accident, it's important to act fast. Call Thomas J. Henry, the name you know, the firm you trust. San Antonio and Austin, Texas.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy. Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
At Straight Talk, we know the holidays are your time to say
Yes.
So why put up with a wireless company that makes you say
Out of data.
Or
no service here?
Switch to Straight Talk and say yes to real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network covered by Verizon. And with a free 5G phone when you activate select plans, someone else in your family can say yes! Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Based on RootMetrics State of 5G Report, United States 1H 2025. Experiences may vary. Not an endorsement of Verizon. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Don't miss Target's swag bag giveaway. Be one of the first 100 shoppers in line at any Target store on Black Friday and snag a free shimmer tote bag with holiday goodies inside. Plus, 10 lucky shoppers who snag a bag will score a free bonus gift, like a Ninja slushie, Beats Solo 4 headphones, a Life and Hair dryer, or a $100 Target gift card. Don't miss Target's Black Friday swag bag giveaway. Only on Black Friday, only at Target. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. Must be 13 or older. For full details, including odds, see official rules at target.com/events.
It is tough to go outside these days. Hey, that's understandable given how hot it is. But there is definitely a way to beat the heat. A trip to Inner Space Caverns in Georgetown. Inner Space Caverns is a great place to take the family. You'd be amazed at all of the beautiful formations, large rooms, prehistoric animal bones, and all kinds of creations with a truly unique discovery story right here in the Austin area in the year-round temperature of a very comfortable 72 degrees. You can check out the super exciting saber-tooth zip ride or pan for gemstones. Take the wild cave tour or the hidden passages tour. And there's a great souvenir gift shop and newly remodeled restrooms. Get out of the house, but get out of the heat and get some fresh air underground. Inner Space Caverns, right off I-35 at exit 259 in Georgetown. That's Inner Space Caverns. For more details, check them out on the web at innerspacecaverns.com. Inner Space Caverns. Check it out. Your adventure awaits.
From the Audio Visual Consultation Studio, Sports Radio 1300 The Zone, KDET AM Austin. Guaranteed human. Your home for the Horns.
The morning kickoff. The morning kickoff.
It's the morning kickoff with Mike Hardball Hardge and the world's strongest man, WWE Hall of Famer Mark Henry, on your home for the Horns, 1300 The Zone.
Welcome back to hour number 2 of the morning kickoff right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. And hour number 1, we got a chance to hear from Coach Sark as he recapped the victory against Arkansas and previewed the Cotton Holdings Lone Star Showdown that will take place this Friday at 6:30. Big time matchup means we got to go big time, and we decide to go to College Station and go behind enemy lines with our guy, Billy Lucci of TexAgs.com. Billy, let's get right into it. This is going to be the most watched college football game, I believe, of the weekend. There's so much that is on the line for both of these teams, but Texas A&M is riding high with a perfect record as they head to DKR Texas Memorial Stadium this weekend.
Yeah, this is there's so much on the line, guys. Like when you think about it, you've got undefeated record for A&M, undefeated regular season. I keep trying to tell people around here to kind of dive into their memory bank and try to remind themselves the last time that happened. I think I was in college, and that was towards the end of the Southwest Conference. It didn't feel quite as challenging as it does today. So there's that. There's the SEC title game berth. A&M's not been there. There's a chance to win that thing. There's a chance at a playoff bye, potentially as high as I think if they win out, they're the 2 seed in the playoff, and probably playing in New Orleans on New Year's. So there's so much out in front of them. Then there's a Heisman opportunity for Marcel Reed. I think his path to getting there certainly has to involve beating Texas in Austin and probably Alabama and Atlanta. And then all of a sudden you've got a QB that's beaten LSU, Texas, Alabama, and Notre Dame all in the same year. But again, he's only halfway there towards that, towards having those skins on the wall. So it's going to be, there's a ton to gain. And then, oh, by the way, there's the whole rivalry aspect of it. And there's losing to Texas last year. I don't think Texas did anything disrespectful. Don't take this as soft, because you guys, we all come from the same era. I remember the Aggies dancing on the logo at midfield at DKR back in like '94, but Texas went and celebrated on A&M's logo last year. If you're an athlete, you remember that. So there's that whole revenge thing. There's a lot of reasons you want to win this game. I think the biggest one, though, is, like you said, Mike, this can be one of the most watched the most watched game this weekend. And getting this rivalry back, I think the whole country's seeing what it's about, because both these games have carried a lot at stake in the last 2 years, the first 2 years.
Billy, we got to share space in Atlanta for SEC Media Days. Do you think, and I know you don't want to think this way, but when Texas beats A&M, do you think that the committee
don't do it, Henry.
do you think that the committee will have to put Texas in the 12, even with 3 losses?
It's funny is I do the podcast with my Longhorn sidekick Amanda, and I picked A&M to get to the playoffs. And she laughed out loud when I said it, but she really laughed because I picked them at 9-3. But that was my preseason prediction was Texas getting in. Obviously, they had preseason number 1. I had A&M as the 5th SEC team getting in at 9-3. I do think there's a legit chance. I don't think they will. You could make a strong case that they should, because of the wins. If they win that game, because of the wins, because OU's going, they're not going to lose to that LSU team right now. That team looks like it's quit. A&M's going. That'd be Vandy. I don't see, in that case, they may have to go over Vandy, right?
Yeah,
and they beat
them head to head.
So what I don't get would be putting them in. The interesting one would be like, well, what about Notre Dame at 10-2? See, that's where it gets tricky, because you got the Miami Notre Dame argument. But I'm sitting here going,
but
if I'm watching, if you're watching the games, Notre Dame looks like one of the best teams in the country right now.
Yeah, when they play good teams, they look like that.
Yeah,
but they also played Sharman University.
I'm with you on that. And that's the other thing is, like, what about how do you go a 2-loss BYU? How on earth could that stay ahead of Texas? My other thing is this, if along those same lines, Mark, this is my problem with these committee members. They don't seem to have the sense to apply it. And that's why I don't think Texas would get in. And I think they should if they beat A&M. But the problem is, like, if A&M goes to the SEC title game at 12-0 and is beating Texas, LSU on the road when they were number 15, everyone told me A&M wasn't going to win. They go beat a top 25 Missouri team on the road. They go beat a Notre Dame team on the road that's in the top 10. And they don't play Kansas. They don't play Kansas State. They don't play Baylor. They don't play UCF or West Virginia. And if they lose the SEC title game and Tech beats BYU, there's a real chance that A&M would drop from 2 or 3 to 5 at 12-1. And Texas Tech would be at 4, and the committee will say, well, we value winning your conference championship. It's just stupid. It makes no sense. And I think the people on that committee, I just don't understand why they put a bunch of athletic directors on there. I've been around them my whole life. A lot of them I wouldn't trust, to do that. I wouldn't have any faith in their ability to get that right.
They're
Not
more
all of them,
politic.
but some of them.
They're not watching the game.
I wanted to get into this because I wanted to talk about the football team. Marcel Reed, you brought him up about the Heisman, but the one thing that I've noticed about the squad at Texas A&M is those wide receivers are dynamic. Casey Concepcion, Ashton Bethel Roman, Terry Bussey's been making some plays here recently, and they're electric when they get the ball in their hands.
Yeah, no question. And look, when they went out and there was so much. You guys, he's a Central Texas guy. There was so much amongst the fans because of the name that was associated with Micah Hudson because he was a 5-star recruit.
Yep.
And when he ended up going back to Tech, everybody freaked out. When they lost Nick Anderson to LSU, everybody freaked out. The oft-injured Nick Anderson, everybody freaked out. I kept saying all summer, people weren't focusing enough on Casey Concepcion and Mario Craver. I was sitting there going, go watch the tape. And then as soon as they got here this spring, it's all anyone would talk about. And then you mentioned Ashton Bethel-Roman. He was another guy. He got off to a slower start this year because it was kind of his first year in that role. But those three guys are fast. They're playmakers. And Craver's been banged up the last couple of weeks, so he'll be back healthy. They sat him last week. He suited up and was trying to go in the game, so he's ready to go. Those three guys, you don't know which one it's going to be. Oftentimes lately, it's Bethel-Roman because a lot of times the focus of the coverage is on number 1 and number 7. But I think Casey Concepcion is as good a receiver as I've seen at A&M outside of Mike Evans. Now, he's not going to go down. You have Ryan Swope, you have Christian Kirk, you've got, there's been a ton of them in the last 15 years alone. But KC, had he come in as a freshman and been like a 3-year guy, I think he would have been mentioned up there top 3 at A&M. Both he and Craver are so explosive after the catch. And those crossers, and they'll catch one at 5 yards, 8, 10 yards, and turn it into 35, 40 yards before you know it hits you. And they're competitive as hell, too. That's the other thing, whether it's going up and getting the ball, getting behind the defense, or just they don't want to get tackled. They fight for every yard, and I think they've kind of set a tone for the entire offense to do that.
Billy, I want to let you go with this. That defense is going to be challenged by the Texas offense, playmakers all over the place, kind of like what A&M has. Arch Manning's playing really well right now. But Torian York, this is a statement game for him as well. He's been a guy that's been with that program for quite some time, been making plays. This could be one of those games like we talk about for Colin Simmons. This could be one of those games for Torian York. Excuse me.
Yeah. Well, it's funny you mentioned Colin Simmons, too, because I was about to say, too, Cassius Howell.
Yep.
They're in a battle for the sack lead in the SEC. I think they're 2 of the 3 or 4 best pass rushers in college football, and I'm not sure who the other 2 are. Probably the guy A&M saw last week, Dylan Stewart, but he hasn't been as productive as these 2. So Simmons-Howell should be really fun to watch. Obviously, Arch, Marcel. I said this week, I see too many Texas fans comparing him to the Heisman contenders and kind of joking that he should. And they're not joking; they're serious. Arch is the most improved player. He's one of the most improved players in college football from start of season till now.
Thank you.
And as much as I will not be rooting for him Friday, he's very easy to root for. But what I said was, let's just. Everyone went crazy when he was. They put too much hype on him. They put too much hype on him. I felt like as much of it was coming from Austin as the national media. It's like, let him develop. What I think Friday is a preview of 2 of next year's Heisman frontrunners. And I think that is fair. Like, now he's got the season of work under his belt, and you can see how good he's going to be. And he's already – taking some huge strides towards getting there. He's very dangerous on Friday, but I think this is a preview to next year's Heisman favorites. I think they'll both be in everybody's top 5 going into next year. So it should be really fun. As for Torian, I don't know what the stats were, guys, but I seem to remember Trey Wisner running for about 200 at Kyle Field last year, and Texas going up around or just over 300 yards rushing. So I think probably there's very few that would take this one as personally as him and really that defensive front to say, last year we played these guys. They ran up and down the field on us. So, yeah, I think Torian York, it's no secret that he has a little chip on his shoulder, a giant chip on his shoulder, because Texas didn't offer him out of high school. But I think the bigger chip should be just to pop in that tape from last year and say, man, we can't let that happen again. Because I do think this game is going to be won at the line of scrimmage. How does Texas' O-line play? How does A&M's O-line handle that Texas defensive front? And can the Aggies continue to get after the quarterback? They're like 1-2 in the country in tackles for loss and sacks. Obviously, if you don't get to Arch Manning, it'll be a long day. If you do, you can take away, a lot of those weapons. And I think make him look a little more like early season Arch Manning rather than what he's been doing lately.
As always, brother, we appreciate you taking the time. I know it is a busy, busy week. We look forward to seeing you this weekend, and safe travels, man. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right. Let me know where that tailgate's at. I'll see y'all.
All right, brother. Happy Thanksgiving, brother.
Bye. See you guys.
Appreciate you. There he is, Billy Lucy of TexAgs.com. Coming up next, we're going to transition to the NFL. The voice of the Texans, Mark Vandermeer, joins us. And let's just say this is going to be the week I've been waiting for. Right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio, AM 1300, The Zone.
Hey there, Texas fans. This is the voice of the Longhorns, Craig Way, inviting you to join us for Longhorn football. Touchdown! Texas wins! We'll bring you all of the action all season long, including in-depth analysis and exclusive access to players and coaches before the opening kick and after the final whistle. And every week, we'll talk with Texas Longhorns head coach Steve Sarkisian on Longhorn Weekly. This is your exclusive source for Texas Longhorn football.
On 1300 The Zone.
Listen to every University of Texas football game on 98.1 KVAT. Hook 'em.
It'll take you an extra 5 to 7 minutes on I-35 northbound this morning due to congestion from Highway 45 to Highway 290, but looking on to 183 southbound, you're traffic-free from 620 to Loop 360, and only a 5-minute drive on Mopac southbound going from Shoreline to 183. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Taco Bell's Luxe Cravings boxes give you decadent options. $5 gets you fan favorites, $7 gets you the fancy stuff, and $9 sends you on a journey of flavor exploration. Get yours at participating stores for a limited time. Prices and participation may vary. Drinks excludes freezes. Tax extra.
Hardge, starting my day off the right way is a big deal, and that includes taking care of my heart health. That's why I use Super Beat Heart Chews by Human. Human was actually founded right here at the University of Texas. You probably seen their logo on the field. I know, yeah, Human with 2 N's. These chews are clinically shown to promote healthy blood pressure, nearly 2 times more effective than diet and exercise alone. Thanks to their unique grapeseed extract, they taste great, they're easy to take, they become part of my daily routine. Super Beat Heart Chews are also the #1 cardiologist recommended beet brand for heart health support. There's a special offer happening right now, and it even comes with a 90-day money-back guarantee. Go to human.com/mark and check it out. That's human.com/mark, spell human with 2 N's, and enter the promo code MARK and check out and get an extra 20% off your first order. Take a simple step to support your heart health with Super Beats Heart Chews.
World Cup ski racing returns. Don't miss Michaela Schifrin and the world's best at the Stifel Copper Cup, Copper Mountain, November 27th through 30th. An Olympic qualifier on NBC and CNBC, November 29th through 30th. No more waiting. Your goals start now. This Black Friday, take your workouts around the world with Nordic Track and iFit. Save big on treadmills, bikes, and rowers at NordicTrack.com. Nordic Track. Train anywhere. Explore everywhere.
At Leif Johnson Ford in Austin, Manor, and Buda.
You'll love it at Leif.
That's right. You'll love it. At any Leif Johnson location, what you see is what you pay with no hidden add-ons. We're here to help you through the entire process in person at one of our 3 locations, or we'll bring it to you and do the entire transaction online.
You'll love it at Leif.
Visit one of our 3 locations in Austin, Buda, or Manor, or online at LeifJohnsonFord.com.
Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing a lawyer, but getting some guy who just watches courtroom dramas.
Guilty, erroneous, sustained.
Are you just saying random words?
Don't settle for just any insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
If you've been diagnosed with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis, this is what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Imagine being a million miles away. Tremfya Guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy. With Tremfya, clearer skin is possible. In clinical trials, at least 70% of patients saw at least 90% clearer skin at 16 weeks. Results may vary. Tremfya is also indicated for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Call 1-800-526-7736 or visit Tremfya.com.
Put March 1st on your calendar because the NASCAR Cup Series is returning to the Circuit of the Americas for the 6th year. This challenging track has produced a different winner every year, and this race is the 3rd Cup Series race of 2026. The best deal on tickets is 2 grandstand tickets for only $99, and college students can enjoy all the action for a discounted rate of $25 with a valid EDU email. It's a weekend full of racing fun, including a pre-race concert on the track with the Spasmatics. Get your tickets now.
Remember who taught you your ABCs? Who showed you kindness and sharing? That was Sesame Street. And today, Sesame Workshop is still helping children around the world grow smarter, stronger, and kinder.
But Elmo can't do it alone.
This holiday season, Sesame needs your support. Donate now at sesame.org/iHeart. That's SESAME.org/iHeart. Because the world needs Sesame, and Sesame needs you.
Elmo loves you. Thanks for making a difference.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. The Longhorns live here.
You know what day it is? It's Tuesday, and we call it a Texans Tuesday as we are joined by the voice of the Houston Texans, our good friend, Mark Vandermeer. Mark, on Thursday of last week, the Texans went out and handled their business against the Buffalo Bills, who had a ton of fans in the stands, but they ended up leaving with that L.
Yeah, beautiful. Bills Mafia going home disappointed. I love it. And they circled this one on the calendar because, you know, it's warm in Houston relatively compared to Buffalo, of course, and they don't have too many warm weather road trips. So this was good to see them go home disappointed. Always loved that. And, you know, that's just a phenomenon you see a lot in the NFL now because it's so easy to transfer tickets digitally. So you're going to get a lot more. And, you know, the Cowboys have that. Every team has some of that going on. Some teams travel real well. But they went home unhappy because the Texans got 8 sacks, beat the daylights out of Josh Allen, and went to 6-5. It was a real welcome sight, guys.
Mark, did Kirk hear us talking about him or something?
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about that. He had a good game. He had an early drop, and we thought, oh, my gosh, what's going to happen tonight? And then he starts going off and has his best game as a Texan and in the nick of time, too, because it was all hands on deck offensively. Defensively, they were outstanding, obviously. And in the second half, offensively, they couldn't do anything. But in the first half, they did enough. You know, when they allowed the kickoff return for a touchdown, you just thought, oh, is it going to be that kind of night?
Yeah.
But the offense bounced back in a 2-minute situation, scoring a touchdown, not just the equalizing field goal, but getting the go-ahead touchdown. I thought that was huge at the time, and they held on for the win.
So I wanted to ask you this because we need to give a huge round of applause for what Davis Mills has been able to do since he stepped in for C.J. Stroud. I know he started a bunch of games in the league, but C.J. is the quarterback of this team. But being able to step in and kind of right the ship, so to speak, so until C.J. is going to be able to go, I think Davis Mills earns a huge round of applause.
Well, there's no question, because look how many teams play their backup quarterbacks and they disappear. Now, I know San Francisco did a good job with Mac Jones. He's a former first-round draft choice in the same quarterback class, 2021, as Davis Mills. Look what happened to the Ravens. They imploded. Now they're digging out of it very nicely with Lamar Jackson back and the other guys who were hurt. But I think Davis does deserve a lot of praise for this. And so does Nick Caserio and D'Amico Ryans, extending him twice to make sure they had that insurance policy ready. And now you get CJ coming back. Now he's still the protocol technically, but I believe he'll play on Sunday against Indianapolis. And I think we all agree you reach a higher ceiling offensively with CJ Stroud, but he's got to get the rust off, if there's any, very quickly against the tough Colts team.
Let me ask you this, because I've been waiting for this week to come around. You've talked about it. You just mentioned it. The Colts are next on the hit list. This is rivalry week in college football, but this is rivalry week for you in this matchup. The Texans going to the Indianapolis Colts, who end up losing a hard-fought battle against the Kansas City Chiefs. So they are going to be wired, as will the Houston Texans.
Yeah, this is a team that makes my blood boil. I despise the Colts in a healthy sports way, guys. I mean, hate belongs in sports, so it's okay. It's fun. I hate the horseshoe so much. Peyton Manning tormented us for years. He's 16-2 as a Colt against Houston. Right. Robert Mathis and Dwight Freeney on that carpet at the RCA Dome, just terrorizing the Texans. It was awful to watch for so long. And then you couldn't beat them. Dan Orlovsky has a win as a starting quarterback with the Colts against a good Texans team in 2011. Matt Hasselbeck beat the Texans in 2015 on a Thursday night when he had Montezuma's revenge. He couldn't even get out of bed, but he got out of bed long enough to beat the Texans. We have weird wins like that. Jacoby Brissett has done really well against the Texans as a Colt. I hate them. I will not rest until they are completely buried by the Houston Texans in the season series. And it's not even close right now. You still have a lot of catching up to do. It's been a lot better lately. D'Amico Ryans is 3-1 against the Colts, and you got to hang on to that winning record, or improve on it rather, and go to 4-1 Sunday.
Well, tell us how you really feel. Well, at least we know the Calvary's coming. Petrie will be back this week.
Yeah, he should be back as well. Look, I can't make these medical declarations, but he was practicing, so unless there's a setback, you would expect him to be back. And I thought it was huge that he missed a Buffalo game and they still played defense the way they did, because I think he would have been really handy in that game, no doubt. Well, in this game, you got to have Petrie, because you got to get after Jonathan Taylor. You faced the second leading rusher in the league last week in James Cook. Now you have number one in Jonathan Taylor, and it's time to get after him. You did well against Derrick Henry. You did well against Christian McCaffrey, J.K. Dobbins. You got to do well against Jonathan Taylor, because I think we all agree that if you can slow him down or hold him 80 or under, you can get after Daniel Jones. You can make Daniel Jones suffer with this front four and whoever else they want to send after him. So you better get him in second and third and long and get after the quarterback, because he looks more like the old Daniel Jones when you get a lot of pressure on him.
Yeah, and that's one of the things, too, that I was thinking as well. So you're looking at your division. You got the Indianapolis Colts sitting at 8-3, Jacksonville Jaguars sitting at 7-4, and the Houston Texans, winner of 3 straight, sitting at 6-5. This game has more than just the hatred against the Colts. This has a lot of bearing in the AFC South.
Well, there's no question. The Colts were the darlings of the league a few weeks ago. Now they've sort of come down to earth a bit, and they're 2 games up on you. So that was a huge win to get over Buffalo. And yes, I was rooting for the Chiefs, as painful as that is for me on Sunday, because it's all about the division. You got to aim for the division if you can possibly get it. Well, you're 2 back and you play them twice. Now, the Jags are the fly in the ointment, because you split with them and they're a game up on you, but you got to worry about them later. They will play the Colts twice down the stretch, and you just need all these AFC teams to lose. For instance, I'll be rooting, and this is very rare, for the Dallas Cowboys on Thursday, because they're playing the Chiefs. And I want the Chiefs to get dinged up before the Texans take them on a week from Sunday. So there's going to be a lot of that kind of thing going on in the stretch here, but that's what it is. You dug yourself a hole. Now you need help plus playing well, and let's see if they can get it.
That's what it's all about. As always, we enjoyed the conversation. I knew I was going to get money from you today, because I was looking at the schedule and I said, oh, he's going to be fired up this week.
So good.
So I wish the best this week as you travel to Indianapolis. Get some good food, get yourself ready, and hopefully your Texans come back with that victory.
It is on, guys. I can't wait. Happy Thanksgiving to you guys and your families.
Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. Enjoy the trip. Appreciate you.
All right, thanks, guys.
There he is, Mark Vandermeer, the voice of the Houston Texans. I knew it was going to be live. I didn't know it was going to be that live, but I definitely appreciate it. When we come back, we'll hear from the world's strongest man as he gives you his world's strongest take right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
Some minor slowdowns caused by a crash on FM 1327 and FM 1626, as well as a crash on Palmer Lane at 620. It's a 5-minute drive on 183 southbound from Mopac over to I-35, and you're also traffic-free on I-35 southbound from Martin Luther King over to Cesar Chavez. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by IHOP. Introducing the IHOP Value Menu, where all your breakfast faves are just $6 each every day. Where else can you get a big filling sit-down breakfast for only $6? Go to your happy plates with the $6 IHOP Value Menu. Available every day at IHOP. $7 in some locations.
Hardge here, and November's all about gratitude and big savings at Covert Ford Hutto. This month, we're showing thanks with Black Friday level deals all November long. Right now, get $9,278 off of MSRP on a new 2025 Ford Super Duty F-250 SRW Lariat. That's right. Don't wait for the holiday rush. The savings are here all month long. Tough trucks, legendary family service, and deals worth giving thanks for. Only at Covert Ford Hutto, right off of 79 in Hutto. CovertFordHutto.com.
You love your home, but sometimes it feels like it's running your life. Leaky faucets, overgrown hedges, and that room you've been meaning to repaint. Sometimes it's just too much. With AirTasker, finding help is simple. Post your task, set your budget, and let local taskers take care of it. It's like having a personal handyman for all the projects on your to-do list. Download AirTasker or visit us at airtasker.com today and make your home work for you, not the other way around. AirTasker. Get anything done.
Hosting game day but fumbling the shopping list? Good news. Specs has the perfect play. Ice-cold beer in the backfield, bold bourbon out wide, and savory snacks going deep. No need for a Hail Mary. Specs has you covered with a legendary selection and prices so low, your wallet will do the end zone dance. So before kickoff, be the MVP. At Specs, the fun starts here.
Currently, we're farming about 800 acres, and every year we're looking at what we can do to improve our farm, plant fertility, higher yields. That all starts with ag research.
Every year, America's research universities drive over $3.4 billion in agricultural science that supports U.S. farmers.
I want to keep this family farm in our family.
Help protect American farmers. Visit research4.us. Paid for by Research for a Stronger America.
Every year, more than 2,000 volunteers join the Salvation Army's Angel Tree program to make Christmas bright for over 7,000 local kids. So grab your friends, your coworkers, your small group, and help give the gift of joy this season. Your gift stays local and it's matched dollar for dollar. Be one of those that helps provide Christmas gifts for hundreds of Austin kids. Volunteer, adopt an angel, or donate today at salvationarmyaustin.org. Let's show what Austin can do when we give together.
No more waiting. Your goals start now. This Black Friday, take your workouts around the world with NordicTrack and iFit. Save big on treadmills, bikes, and rowers at NordicTrack.com. NordicTrack. Train anywhere. Explore everywhere.
With Steel, batteries are included. This holiday season, give a gift that's ready to go right out of the box. For everything from cleaning up the yard to cutting up firewood, Steel tools check off the wish list and knock out the to-do list. And right now, buy select battery tool sets and get a free extra battery. Visit SteelUSA.com for holiday deals and gift ideas. Happy holidays from Steel. Offer valid for a limited time only at participating dealers while supplies last.
At Audion Hearing, our mission is simple: to make better hearing affordable for everyone.
This Black Friday, enjoy exclusive savings on our high-quality rechargeable hearing aids. Clear, comfortable, and ready to use right out of the box. And here's a study worth hearing. Research shows that wearing hearing aids can reduce your risk of dementia by up to 61%. Join over 1 million happy customers and shop Black Friday deals before they're gone at audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
From the ABA Heating and Cooling Weather Center, this is Zone Weather.
Plenty of sunshine, very warm, less humid, high 80, partly cloudy tonight, overnight low 51.
This report is furnished by Genuine.
Now you don't just hear it, you see it. iHeartRadio Highlights brings you the best show moments, the wild takes, hot reactions, and clips everybody's talking about. Search Fox Sports Radio in the iHeartRadio app to experience Fox Sports like never before.
Furnished by Genuine.
Hey, it's Coach Sark. Now back to the morning kickoff with Hardge and Henry on your radio home for the Longhorns, 1300 The Zone.
Shout out to Billy Lucy and shout out to Mark, the voice of the Houston Texans. But right now, you know what time it is when you hear that beat drop. It can only mean what the WWE Hall of Fame is the world's strongest. Mark Henry brings you his world's strongest play. Take it away, big fella.
Hardge? Yes. You know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the world's strongest take by the world's strongest man. Marcus. Back then they didn't know. Now I'm hot. They all on me. I never thought it would come to this. Guys, I really never thought that it would come to this. Where I would agree with someone that I have a love-hate relationship with, that I love to hate them relationship. And that's Stephen A. Smith. Play that.
I thought it should have been a minimum of 2 games. Minimum 2 games. And it's partially because of what happened with Jalen Carter. You already saw what happened to the season opener. You gave the punishment, and Jamar Chase did what he did, number one. Number two, he flat out lied on camera. Camera's rolling. I never opened my mouth. I never did anything with a straight face. So now what he has to realize is that anything you say is going to be questionable from now on. Sure. Because, you know, the cameras caught you and you were telling a bold-faced lie to the media with the cameras rolling. I never opened my mouth. And clearly you spit right on him. It was clear and it was clearly intentional. And we all know that's one of the most egregious things you can do to another human being. There's no doubt about that. But the fact that he did it was bad enough. The fact that he did it where there was precedent set where you knew, okay, there was a punishment that come down because you can't be doing stuff like that. That's number two. Number three, you lied through your face. You lied through your face. Now you get paid about $507,000 a game. You should double that up. It should be a cool $1 million plus.
Yeah, he's making $41 million a year, dog.
Exactly. That ain't much. That ain't much. But, you know, but they'll tell you it's $1 million, $1 million. Fine. It should have been at least $1 million. He should be suspended for 2 games. And to me, I think the NFL dropped the ball.
Well, the NFL is doing a lot more than that. They're establishing the fact that they're not being tough on situations. And there are a lot of parents that see all of the stuff that's going on, and they're going to not let their kids watch. And the sponsors are not going to like that very much because they pay millions, if not billions of dollars to have their company marketed by the NFL brand. And you can start with Jalen Carter, with him and his spitting incident on Dak Prescott at the beginning of the season. And you can get to the fact that we had that issue with Jamar Chase lying, saying he didn't do something when he did. And then last night in the San Francisco Carolina game, at the end of the game, you saw the skirmish. Juwan Jennings, the wide receiver for the San Francisco 49ers, got a low blow by Trayvon Moehrig. I mean, just punched him. And these are egregious things. You have to, you know that the low blow is not just looked down upon in wrestling. It's looked down with, period.
Dirty pool, mister. Dirty pool.
And to spit on another man. Just go slap his mama, why don't you? The league my take is this. The league has got to crack down and say, listen, an egregious penalty, disrespect will not be tolerated. It's an automatic $1 million fine and 2-game suspension. People will stop punching people. People will stop spitting on people. They'll stop with the low blows. Ndamukong Suh back in the day. I mean, how many times we see him stomp on hands, stomp on feet, kick people in the crotch while they were on the ground?
Albert Hainsworth.
Another one. Like, there were guys that did stuff that was so horrible that it made you turn the channel. You know how hard it's got to be for me to turn the channel away from football? It's happened before. The league has got to come down on these guys. Hard, what say you?
Well, I mean, the people that are policing them are former players, so it kind of needs to be taken out of. Let's put it like this. How about we start policing ourselves?
So you mean the team does it?
Yeah. Why not?
Listen, man, this is the NFL.
I understand.
I want my guy to play next week. I'm not going to suspend him 2 weeks and fine him $1 million.
Why? Why not? It's your team.
Because I want to win.
But okay.
The league should do it.
But why? Why are you making it on the league? Why can't you clean up your own house? That's your player. He's representing your team. You just talked about the sponsors.
Well,
forget about the NFL sponsors. What about your sponsors?
You know what? That's a good point.
So if you're going to do that, if the NFL's not going to take it into
would Belichick do it? Will he suspend?
Yes. He didn't play Malcolm Butler in the game for something in the Super Bowl.
We still don't know
We still don't know what he did. He did not play him. So,
wow.
Yeah. How about let's not put it on them, put it on your team. Put it on your leadership to police your own thing. And if you don't, that's on you. Because those same sponsors you talking about, they sponsor your team too.
Okay, player.
That's all I'm
Don't
saying.
get hot, man.
I'm not. But I'm just saying.
I was just looking at it from a league perspective.
Absolutely.
But you know what? You're right.
You're right. I mean,
it should be you take care of your own house, and then nobody else has to.
Exactly. So if you put it
man.
kind of perspective, you put it into the point of
where that applause at, Marcus? I had to hit him with.
You don't have to hit me with the applause.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, thank you. Start policing your own locker room and the things that are happening, because it is happening because now everybody's being affected. It's like when you have to go and you don't touch the line, everybody go back and touch the line.
Yep, that's right. That's in your house problem.
So, yes, I'm penalizing my team. We may lose the game, but if the NFL do it, I'm still going to lose the game because he's going to be fined and suspended. So why not do it yourself and beat the team to it and say, we taking care of it. The league is not going to add anything else to it. The league is in agreement with what we're doing, and we move on from there. Because, it is embarrassing. It is a terrible situation. It's not cool for the sport. It's like if something were to happen last weekend with Coach Sark and those guys, Coach Sark would have suspended them. Coach Sark would have held them out. I mean, there are times where we have to take it out of the league's hands and do it ourselves because people love their money.
Yeah.
People love their teammates. And now you're losing your money and you're affecting your team by not being available for it.
Wow, that's a good point. I like it.
So,
I think we solved all the world's problems today.
I don't know about
at
that,
least the
but
NFL league problems.
I don't know about all that, but we're gonna see what we can get done while we close out the show and send you to Dan Patrick. But before we go, Texas volleyball, they did a little something that advanced themselves to the championship rally in the SEC volleyball championships, and they beat a team that we're hopeful that the Texas football team can beat as well. When we come back, we'll close out the show right here on the Morning Kickoff on Sports Radio AM 1300, The Zone.
The Craig Way Show with Craig Way.
Tex Schramm, you'd hear him on with Brad Sham when we had the show and I was the producer for it, called Ask Tex Schramm. This was like 1987. The football Cardinals were moving to Arizona. Brad Sham is doing the show. And so he asked him, he said, well, does that mean also now there'll be a change that the Atlanta Falcons would move from the NFC West to the NFC East? The Texas response was, well, once you're on an airplane, what difference does it make?
Weekdays from 2 to 5 p.m. on AM 1300 The Zone.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Some minor slowdowns caused by a crash on FM 1327 and FM 1626, as well as a crash on Palmer Lane at 620. It's a 5-minute drive on 183 southbound from Mopac over to I-35, and you're also traffic-free on I-35 southbound from Martin Luther King over to Cesar Chavez. I'm Jason Fossick with a look at Austin area traffic.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Lowe's one-day only Thanksgiving Day deals are coming. For a limited time, get up to 50% off on Lowes.com to save big on holiday favorites. Valid 11/27 only on Lowes.com. While supplies last.
Keeping score of your finances but missed the Bitcoin wagon? There's a second chance called Texitcoin. Score big at texitcoin.org.
The Texas Longhorns bounced back with a 52-37 victory over the Arkansas Razorbacks on Saturday, and head coach Steve Sarkisian has been impressed with quarterback Arch Manning's bounce back after a rough start to the season.
Even going into the game, he feels different in pregame than he did 2 months ago. Even in the moments tonight when things broke down a little bit, he just seems so under control as he was avoiding the rush and keeping his eyes downfield. You know, I think Arch 2 months ago was just dropping his head and running as fast as he could, towards the line of scrimmage. And I thought tonight he exhibited some real poise, moving in the pocket, keeping his eyes up and making some plays down the field. And there's more out there for him, and he can be even better, but he is playing at a high level.
Get in early on the next big coin and extend your lead at texitcoin.com. This is an investment that carries risk. Texitcoin.org.
The horns are up and the sun is shining, and kickoff is right around the corner. You got your jersey, your lucky hat, and cold Bud Light in hand. From the first snap to the last whistle, it's all about good times and great taste. Keep the cooler stocked and the vibes high. Game day hits a little bit different with a Bud Light in hand. Bud Light, the official domestic beer of Texas football. Bud Light, it's easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Honey, that flu keeping you up? Did you take NyQuil Intense Flu?
Nah, I got this. Okay, I don't got this.
Yeah, you need NyQuil Intense Flu.
Undo your flu with NyQuil Intense Flu. NyQuil Intense Flu provides powerful relief of your flu symptoms so you can sleep.
You do got this.
NyQuil Intense Flu. The nighttime sniffling, aching fever. Best sleep with the flu medicine. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
The only thing between you and your best self is a start button. This Black Friday, explore the world with Nordic Track. From the peaks of Peru to the streets of Paris, every workout moves you somewhere new with iFit trainers leading the way. The equipment's amazing, smooth, quiet, and those screens make it all feel real. Ready to start your next workout adventure with the #1 treadmill brand in the U.S.? Shop NordicTrack.com for Black Friday savings. Nordic Track. Train anywhere, explore everywhere.
Every Olympic dream starts with a first glide. Through Learn to Skate USA, kids build confidence, strength, and joy on the ice. Learn to Skate USA offers programs for skaters of all ages and abilities. Find a program near you at learntosskateusa.com.
Heating and air and plumbing. Call us because we care. American Standard Air.
Chris and Kyle here. We're Elite AC and Plumbing, the local guys. We install American Standard heating and air conditioning. Fall is here. It's hot. It's cold. Who knows? Make sure your system is ready for fall. Call us for your home and commercial needs.
American Standard Air. Elite Heating and Air and Plumbing. Call us because we care.
The holidays can get expensive, but streaming your favorite festive films and music doesn't need to be. The Vizio Smart TV experience makes it easy with WatchFree Plus and the iHeartRadio app built into every TV, giving you access to free holiday classics, new favorites, and playlists all season long. Add movies to your watch list and jump in anytime. Perfect for family movie nights and cozy evenings in. You can even take WatchFree Plus on the go with the Vizio mobile app. Head to Vizio.com/iHeartRadio to learn more and take advantage of the Vizio Smart TV experience today.
Raising a family requires lots, and I mean lots, of energy.
Quaker's protein products help you to keep things running smoothly. It's the protein you want when wrestling your toddler into their pajamas. There you go, buddy. To coach your 6th graders soccer team. And to carry all the groceries in one trip. Whether you want instant oatmeal, bars, or granola, Quaker has something for everyone in the family. Try Quaker protein products today. Quaker, bring out the good.
World Cup ski racing returns. Don't miss Michaela Schifrin and the world's best at the Stifel Copper Cup, Copper Mountain, November 27th through 30th. An Olympic qualifier on NBC and CNBC, November 29th through 30th.
Not today, cough and chest congestion. Most medicines let mucus build back up after 4 hours. With just one pill, Mucinex 12-Hour works continuously to break up mucus and move it up and out. Mucinex 12-Hour. Rid the congestion. Kill the cough. Use as directed. Kill the cough with Mucinex 12-Hour DM.
If a Lenovo gaming computer is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. You'll find exclusive deals on the gaming PCs you want, like the Lenovo Legion Tower 5 Gen 10 gaming desktop and Lenovo Lock gaming laptop. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 50% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Sports Radio 1300 The Zone. We cover all 40 acres.
What a great Tuesday edition of the Morning Kickoff we had right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. And now it's your chance to continue this great Tuesday. You get a chance to win a pair of tickets to go see NASCAR at the Circuit of the Americas, February the 27th through March the 1st. All you got to do is get over to that iHeartRadio app, search that red microphone, look at AM 1300 The Zone, and leave the keyword of the day, Speedway. Speedway is your chance to win a pair of tickets to go see NASCAR at the Circuit of the Americas. Make sure you tuned in to the station all day long. The Craig Way Show kicks off at 2 o'clock. Our guy Jake Herman is filling in for Craig, which you heard earlier, as he is in Hawaii broadcasting the big games between the Texas Longhorns basketball team, and now they will take on Chaminade in the consolation bracket. Pre-game show starts at 9. Tip-off is at 9:30. And make sure you're locked in all day long. I want to make sure I give you the right station to listen to the game tonight on Sports Radio, AM 1300 The Zone, or it may be on the 98.1 KVET. I'll give that to you in just a moment when I make sure I get to the right page to get it to you.
Get to the right page.
Got to get to the right page. But yesterday, Texas volleyball had a big-time matchup against, guess who? The Texas A&M Fighting Aggies. And this was the semifinal. Texas, number 3. Texas A&M, number 2 in the nation. And now they are now they are headed to the finals, I believe, to take on Kentucky. Kentucky, another one of those top teams in the country. They will face Kentucky, the number 1 seed in the championship today, 6 o'clock on the SEC network. And then that'll roll you right into Texas and Chaminade on ESPN2. So Texas women continue to have big time season. They're continuing their run. They've been so effective. They got down early, but they ended up winning 3-1. Freshman Kari Spears surpassed 300 kills on the season, and she is really unbelievable, and she'll get a chance to break the record. Spears has registered 307 kills on the season. She surpassed Logan Eggleston. Eggleston had 312 in 28 matches and 100 sets, so she'll have an opportunity to pass that to set the all-time freshman record.
It's always good to see sports doing well at Texas, but I think it's just a better world when the women's sports are doing well, because there was a long time where Texas had greatness, but there was always droughts. And now there's no drought in any sport, all the female sports. And speaking of famous female sports figures, myself and Fran Harris will be hosting the Austin Sports Awards, which the Morning Kickoff is nominated as the best sports show in Austin. For those that want to get information, go to austinsportsawards.com and
austinsportsawards.com.
Yeah, and vote for the Morning Kickoff as the best sports show.
Also, shout out to, guess who? Fran Harris, as she was recognized this week as one of the most distinguished Texas Exes alums. I saw that come across yesterday. So shout out to Fran Harris. You've heard her on the show with us and everyone else that has been involved. Fran has done a great job. She's been trying to bring the WNBA to this area, and she is full of knowledge. You can also hear her on some of the women's games on ESPN and LHN. Yep, they're still LHN, but you got to use it on the ESPN app. So shout out to Fran for all of her greatness and what she does as well. Tonight, the Texas men, as we said, they will be in the matchup against, against Chaminade. And listen, man, I just need them to go out and play a complete basketball game.
Structured.
They were so close. They were right there. They had that opportunity to win it all and just came up a little bit short.
But then sometimes people want to be the hero and let everybody be the hero at the same time. Win the game.
I mean,
play with structure.
You believe that?
I do.
You believe that?
I believe in,
in
stars being stars and stepping up, but you got to earn the right of being called the star and have the green light.
I don't think coaches taking the green light away from a lot of these guys.
Okay, well, that's the case.
I mean, what gives you that thought process? I guess that's the bigger question for me. What makes you believe that is what they are thinking?
Perception.
Okay.
Like I mean, it seems like there would have been more assists in a situation like that. You have a lead, try to move the ball till you get the most conscious, wide open shot that you can get. Yeah. Not pull up, take a one-legged three. Like that's not a great shot.
Right.
In no form of basketball, little league, elementary school, middle school, high school, college, pro, a one-leg three is the last option for me. Where was 2, 1.
Where was it at the shot clock? Where was it in the shot clock?
It was in the last 5 seconds, but it was still before 3 seconds. There was a better shot. It had to be. It had to be.
Make sure y'all tune in tomorrow as we'll continue these conversations. As I said, tip-off tonight will be at 9:30 pregame. You can hear it on AM 1300 The Zone and 98.1 KVET. You can FM. You can listen to it there. I want to thank Billy Lucy of Texags. I want to thank Mark Vandermeer of the Houston Texans, and I want to thank Joe Cook of Inside Texas as he breaks down these games. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll have a busy day as well. Danny Davis of the Austin American Statesman joins us, and Eric Henry of Horns 247 as we get ready for the holiday Thanksgiving coming up. And of course, Texas versus Texas A&M, the Cotton Holdings Lone Star Showdown. We'll continue the conversations in the morning right here on Sports Radio AM 1300 The Zone. For Marcus, I'm Hardball Hardge. And just remember this, don't believe everything you see, because even salt looks like sugar.
Peace. Mark Henry here. Did you know that since 1936, Shipley's Donuts has been a Texas tradition? And now Dripping Spring is waking them up. They serve fresh, hot-baked donuts, kolaches, and hot coffee. Get out to 13341 West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs. They open bright at 5 a.m. Grab you a dozen. Okay, grab 2 dozen, but I suggest more than 1 at least. Shipley's Donut. You can order them online at shipleysdonuts.com or on the Shipley's app. Start happy, stay happy. Shipley's Donuts, West Highway 290 in Dripping Springs.
For the 6th consecutive year, NASCAR returns to the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, February 27th through March the 1st. If you haven't made it out to COTA for this experience yet, you have to do it now. It's a 2.3-mile, 17-turn permanent road course on the Cup Series schedule, and there has been a different winner every year. The best deal for the NASCAR Cup